Okay, so we're gonna talk about domain and range. I do want you to write the domain and range down, and I want you to turn it in to me when you come to class, okay? So for each of these three, I want you to write it down and turn it in to me when you come to class. So when we're doing domain and range, remember that domain is all of your x values. It's also called inputs. It's also called independent variable. So all of these mean the same thing. Our x's, our inputs, or our independent variable. Range is all of your y values or your outputs or your dependent variables. Dependent. Okay, so we're gonna do that for a couple different graphs. I'm gonna grab some graph paper. So if I have a graph that looks like this guy right here, for my domain, I'm gonna look for what is the smallest x that's on here. The smallest x, this x right here, is 0. So it's starting at 0. I'm gonna use interval notation because it's going from here to here on my x. So from right here to right here, okay? So that's from 0. 0 is included because it's closed until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 is not included because this is open. So that's how I show my domain. My range is gonna go from right here to right here. So the range is gonna be from, that's my y's, 1, 2. That's included because it's closed until 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not included because it's open. So that's how I'm doing my domain and range, okay? Do another example on here. Let's say I have something that's a little bit funky, like it's a flat line like this. So my domain is from here to here. That's 1 on the domain, not included until 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is included because it's closed. My range goes from here to here. There's no movement. It just stays in the same spot. But because the line is on it, it is included. So the way that I would show this is I would actually probably show this in roster notation because it's just one number. So I'm going to show in roster notation. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 7. Okay? Do a couple more examples here. I have something that looks like domain goes from here to here. So my domain is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's included because that's enclosed. So 8 to, that's 0 on the x, so 0. And it's closed, so it's also included. My range goes from here until here. So the range is gonna be from negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative 10, which is included because it's closed, until 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And that's included because it's closed. So 4. So that's how I'm doing my domains and ranges on these guys. So I'm just trying to go from the smallest value to the biggest value. Oh, I'm sorry. This x should have been a negative. I said it, I think, but I didn't write it down. So just make sure that we're going from the smallest to biggest, okay? Domain and range, and usually we're going to use interval notation, but every once in a while we will use roster notation just because it's a flat line, okay? Easy enough?